Hey guys, so today I'm going to work on my power system a little bit more, and I'm going to address some of the things that some sharp-eyed viewers pointed out. And during my search for thicker wires and things like that, I actually ran into something that actually might work really well for most people, and they don't have to fiddle with the wiring that I have. So let's give it a shot. All right, so let's take a look at what's in this box. I don't know how to pronounce that. Redodo. Um, I've seen this brand before. They make batteries and chargers and assorted stuff. So it's a brand I've seen a number of times. So it's 10 amp, 14.6 volt lithium ion phosphate battery charger, and that's what I want because I have a lithium ion phosphate manual. Packaging, okay. Power cable, need that. Alligator clips. So this is just going to be really easy charging, and not only am I going to charge this in my car, I could plug it in my house really easy. Just plug it in there and put in the alligator clips. So let's give it a shot. Okay, so let's start with what some viewers were saying. They were saying my wires were too thin for a 40 amp charger, and yes, they are too thin for a 40 amp charger. I was going to run them. This Leap Trend DC to DC charger has an option to run at half the current, so at 20 amps. So my expectation was to run at 20 amps, so I didn't need a 40 amp wire. But even then, I double checked the wire. I thought I had 10 gauge wire, but it's not. It's 12 gauge, which is one step lower than what I would want for 20 amps. So I bought some wire, some 10 gauge, and some 8 gauge wire, just because it was on sale and it was cheaper than the 10 gauge, so I got 8 gauge. But 8 gauge is very, very thick. And because we're dealing with some higher current stuff, it's better to err on the side of too thick than too thin for sure. But I was going to connect all this stuff and beef up the wires, and run this at 20 amps still. I don't want to run it at 40. I just don't think I need that much power, charging power. But then I ran across this Redodo battery charger, and I contacted the manufacturer and I asked them about the application, which I'm going to show you guys today, and they said, yeah, that'll work. So let me show you this crazy idea, which you guys can do easily with really minimal wiring. Let me show you what I have in mind. Okay, so this Redodo battery charger is basically a home lithium ion phosphate battery charger. So this is made specifically for lithium ion phosphate batteries. It's not for like your car lead acid battery. So it's specially made for lithium ion phosphate, and it's for you to plug into your home plug. But what I have, let me show you the size difference. So it's going to be a lot smaller than my 40 ampere, of course, because it's a 10 amp. But this takes the current through the alternator, or the car battery, which is connected to the alternator, and it has the input right here. So you would have to route that from your alternator back here, and that wiring again needs to be thick because you're going to be carrying a lot of current. But with this guy, what I want to do is I want to bypass all that, and I'm going to use this power outlet right here, and with that, you could just connect the alligator clips onto your battery. And that's it. There's no more wiring. You plug it in here, you plug it in here, and you clip it onto your battery. So every time you turn on your car, your AC plug here is active. And then when that's active, you charge your batteries. And that's it. So I did confirm with the manufacturer how I wanted to use this charger, and they checked with their technical team and they said, yeah, that'll work. And I'm thinking, man, I don't even know why I didn't think of this sooner, because it's so simple. I don't have to fiddle with any kind of crazy routing. I don't have to access the battery, and really anybody can do this. If you have a plug in your car, it's active when you turn on your car. When you turn it off, it's off, so it's no longer charging, and it's not going to drain your battery. So it should be perfect. Okay, so I do have an alligator clipped to my battery down there for right now, and I may change that. I might put a more solid connection than the alligator clip, but I took out that big 40 amp charger, and I'm going to mount this here. There's no way to mount this, so I'm going to have to make a little slot for this thing to sit in so it doesn't move around while I'm driving. Okay, so what I'm going to use is I'm going to use these 90-degree brackets, and I'm not going to drill into the item because there's nothing there. I don't want to mess around with it, but I am going to push it up against it so that it's going to sit really nice and secure. And then I'm going to drill in these brackets. All right, so I got these things in, and it can go in and out like that real easily. So if I want to take this inside the house and use it, plugged into the house, charging a battery, I could do that easily. So up next, I want to put a little Velcro so that, it doesn't pop up or anything while I'm driving. Oh, poo. I needed to put the buckle up higher because I'm out of space. Let's move it down. All right. Hopefully it'll fit this time. Let's try that again. All right. Now it's secure. Okay. Okay, so up next is plugging it into there. All right, so plugging in is really not a big deal, but what I want to do first is that this is a 3-prong and this is a 2-prong, so you would need to convert it to a 2-prong. And there's no earth ground in your car, that's why there's no need for a 3-prong or anything like that. So you do need it to go to a 2-prong to match this, but if I'm going to plug it in like this, you could see that it's going to stick out. So what I have is this guy right here, and this guy is going to allow me to bend my plug. So I'm going to bend it down, and now I'm going to be able to plug it in. Make sure the fat side's on the right side, like that, so that it angles down and it's a little bit more flush. Okay, so let's see, let's move it to the center. So now, I still have 2 extra outlets too, but now this thing will be charging my battery whenever I turn on the car. All right, that's how it looks with the bed pulled back now. And that's pretty much out of the way. I'm not gonna do anything bad to that or anything like that. It's certainly not as clean and flush as I would like, but I may just put the plug on the inside and then make a plug on the inside. We'll see. But for right now, I just wanted to show you guys a really quick, easy way to use your alternator to charge your battery that anyone can do. If you have one of these types of home chargers and you have a AC outlet in your car. Real simple, no problem. So I'm going to run this for a while just to see how it goes, but like I said, I did check with the manufacturer and they said it will work the way that I am describing.